If I don't make it back before the sun, all you have to do is run. Just promise me you'll run. And don't look back. Don't look back.
Hey, I'm back. I have great news. This is the update. I just got back from seeing my doctor about, I guess I've been back for like an hour or so. But anyway, she is concerned because all of my lab work actually came back normal. And she's concerned about the pain that I'm experiencing on my right side. She thinks that something may be going on somewhere else. And so the ball has started to roll finally. And so I'm happy about that, steps are being taken to try to figure out, exactly what is going on. She wants me to get a MRI of my brain, of my cervical spine, my lumbar spine, and my thoracic, and I'm saying it wrong, spine. So I had to get that done, and then she referred me to a rheumatologist, which is good. I'm going to go to a rheumatologist, and she also changed my diet. She told me that I need to exercise as well, and I know that's going to be hard for me to do because it seems like when I move more, it hurts more. Like this whole arm is just wrapped in pain. That's the best way I can say it. My whole right side, no, not my face, or starting like right here, my right side is hurting. She wants me to juice as well. She said to leave processed foods alone and processed flour. She said to have very little of it. So I'm going to try to just cut it completely out, period. I don't eat like lunch meat that much, although I'm guilty of eating a lot of processed foods lately. Like we've been going to fast food restaurants like mad, so I'm gonna have to stop that. And and that's because we be out, and of course when you're out all day. You're gonna have to stop and get you something to eat. And so where else can you go? And besides, like a fast food restaurant, just grab you something, a bite to eat. But instead, I guess everybody else, can get them something to eat, and I'll just go like to Walmart or somewhere and grab a salad or something and eat that instead. What else did she say? She put things that can cause weakness on here, such as infection, physical exhaustion, internal bleeding, dehydration. Side effects are electrolyte abnormalities from medicines such as pain meds or sedatives, emotional distress, anxiety or depression, circular problems, heart disease, nervous system disorders, such as multiple sclerosis or stroke, or I think she's testing me to see if I had a stroke. I honestly don't think I had a stroke, but she's going to test it out anyway, since, it's my right side that's really bothering me. Now, my left side bothers me too, and I said that before, but it's mostly my right side that just constantly hurt. Like, it's hurting right now, and I'm talking to y'all, and I'm keeping my cool and everything, but I really just want to scream, but, of course, that's not going to do me any good. What does this say? It says seek immediate medical care if you cannot perform your normal daily routines, such as getting dressed and feeding yourself. I can get dressed just fine. It hurts, like when I put my shirt on, not this one, but when I put the shirt on that I had on earlier when I went to the doctor. My arm, and it wasn't even this arm, it was the other one, just, it was terrible. You cannot walk up and down stairs or you feel exhausted when you do so. Well, I feel exhausted when I go up and down the stairs. And, I've told her all of that stuff. You have shortness of breath or chest pains. No. You have difficulty moving parts of your body. Yes. You have weakness in one and only one area of the body or only on one side of the body. That I do. I have weakness on my right side. You have a fever. My temperature was 99.0, and that's not a temperature to me, so I don't have temperature. You have trouble speaking or swallowing. No, I'm fine with that. You cannot control your bladder. I'm fine with that. You have, no, that's gross. I will not say that. But no, I don't have that. I hope I don't have like heart disease or anything. So crazy. This is like, I'm happy that the ball is rolling to see what's going on, but at the same time, I'm nervous to find out exactly what's going on. And I know y'all are probably saying, you were so upset because you wanted to know what was going on with you. I do want to know what's going on with me. But at the same time, it's nerve-wracking because you're looking at all of this stuff and it's like, oh my God, heart disease, multiple sclerosis, stroke, some Guillain-Barré syndrome. I don't even know what that is. Like, I have to look that up. I don't even know what that is. I'm not anemic, so it's just terrible. Like, my leg right now is like really hurting. Yes, she wanted me to drink a green drink, which I had to look it up to see exactly how much I need. She wants me to do this twice a day, but I'm going to take it up a notch, and I'm going to do the 30-day juice challenge, which is going to be a little difficult, but I'm going to do it, and that's all I'm going to be able to do is drink juice. And so I'll drink the juice, I think 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I had to look to see exactly what the 30-day juicing challenge entails, but I am going to do that because I want to flush out all the toxins now. My brother was like, could be the toxins in my body, but then I told him, I said, well, wouldn't my whole body hurt? Why would it be in a localized area, like just my right side? What's going on with that? And he said, well, it could be something else that's happening. The reason why she wants to do the MRI. So we will see about that. It has kale, celery, cucumber, lemon, no peel, green apples, no seeds, and then water. And if I want to, I can add berries, like blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries. She also told me that the seeds in apples are bad for you. So if anyone didn't know that, if you guys didn't know that, um, try your best not to swallow those when you're eating an apple. Sometimes you accidentally bite down on that, and don't, whatever you do, don't swallow those because they're not good for you. Now, she gave me a prescription for naproxen, because that's what I take for inflammation. Now, when I had this prescription, they gave me, no, that's wrong. It wasn't ibuprofen that they gave me with that. I'm wrong. It was not ibuprofen. It was Tylenol that I was taking with that. She's right. Thought about that. She wants me to take the flu shot. on the 1st of next month. And the only reason why I kind of laughed a little bit because I really don't believe in the flu shot. I really don't get the flu, take the flu shot, and I know the flu comes around and it can be like really bad and stuff. And I think the flu shot, you take a risk of getting that disease that that poor girl got, where she can't walk forward without shaking really bad, but she's fine when she walks backwards, and she can talk when she's walking backwards, but when she walks forward, she can't do that. And so it was horrible, and she was fine. This is a young lady, and she was fine before she took that. So um, I don't take it, and my children no longer takes it. So, and I'm trying to get my mom really not to take it. I think I did let oh my God, I was gonna say her name. I did let my doctor convince me to take the flu shot one time, because she was like, you don't want to get sick and then your kids get sick, and and I was thinking to myself, well, my body is so crazy, and I probably will end up with the flu, knowing how my system is. So I went on ahead and took it, but I'm not going to do that this time around. So yes, that is the schedule with the JPS clinic. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I was reading something. But that is my update. It says the rest as needed, eat a well-balanced diet, try to get some exercise every day, only take over-the-counter or prescription medicine as directed by your caregiver. So, um, I have been getting my exercise. Like I said, I went out just this morning and I walked for like an hour and like 22 minutes when I was out this morning. So, excuse me, I have been getting exercise. Now, I'm not going out tomorrow because I just feel that my body needs to rest. I can't overdo it before the before the event that I'm going to this weekend. I don't want to, I don't want to overdo it. So, I think that's it now. For some reason, they keep your medications like on file. So every time you get like this paper, they have everything on here, which I like that they have everything on there so you can really look. They redid their site. And it's really nice. I mean, you can just see, like, it looks like you're looking at the clipboard that the doctor writes every single thing on for you. So it's great. You can see what's happening. Now, I was taking Tramadol for pain. Let me tell you, Tramadol, I mean, for me, nothing. Um, the naproxen is good for inflammation. That, I mean, when I take that, I notice that the pain kind of goes down a little bit, and which lets me believe, my words just up, that I'm inflamed on the inside somewhere somehow. See, that really hurts to do that. It's crazy. What else? Ibuprofen you take as for pain. So I have to remember I can't take those two together. Um, hmm, there was some eye ointment that I was on. You guys, I had the worst eye infection. I think was it this eye or was it this eye? I think it was this eye. I mean, it was terrible. I had these like little bumps around my eye. Like, my eye was like the color red, like a deep, deep red, my whole eye. It was horrible. It hurt. Oh, it hurt. All up here was all red, and it was all red around my whole eye. And I went to the ER, a couple of times, and I ended up going to my doctor a couple of times, and she gave me a prescription for the eye drops and stuff, but it wasn't working. It was actually getting worse. And so I went back to the ER, and the last time that I went to the ER, the doctor looked at me, and when he would leave out, and every time he would come in, the last time he came in, he was like, your eye just looks angrier and angrier. If you leave the hospital, you're leaving against doctor's orders. And I was looking like, oh my God, these people are going to put me in the hospital. I said, okay. And he said, well, I recommend that you be transferred to he had a colleague in uh, Dallas. And so he wanted to flight me out to Dallas. And I was like, no, I don't do anything that flies up in the sky. No, no, I'm not doing that. So instead, I went to a different hospital by ambulance. So they wouldn't even I couldn't have my family take me. I had to be transported by ambulance to another hospital. And when the doctor walked in, as soon as he walked in and looked at me from the emergency room there, he was like, admit her. So I was in the hospital for a week with an eye infection. And let me tell you, it was horrible. They pumped me full of every antibiotic known to man, because they didn't know what was causing it. They were like, we have to just treat you for everything because we don't know what that is. And whatever it was, it had started to eat a hole in my eye, y'all. It was horrible. So I had like this tiny, tiny, tiny hole in my eye, which is probably why I have started to develop cataracts in this eye. And that's if that's definite. That's what my eye doctor told me when she looked in my eye the last time I went up there. But you get a different doctor every time, so I don't really know for sure. But as far as the lights going around my eyes, my aunt told me that I might have glaucoma, so I need to have them test me for that. And y'all, this is exhausting. I'm tired. All this stuff. Can it just be one thing to go wrong at a time? That's amoxicillin. See, this is on here. The acetaminophen coating. She's talking about they don't do that, but that's up there. And so it was the Tylenol 3, and she was like, we don't give out narcotics, but the Tylenol 3 is on here. So I don't know why that's up there, but that's what I need, is that Tylenol 3 plus the Nexium. But I'm going to look and see. It's 300 mg, 300/30 mg. It's acetaminophen and coating. I may have to go to the ER to get that. But yeah, the eye thing happened in the eye thing happened in 2000. Is that 14? 13, I think. It was either 2013 or 2014. I had just got back from my first Mary Kay conference, career conference? I think it was my first Mary Kay career conference. And actually it didn't start off as an eye thing. It was terrible, y'all. It started, I got some kind of infection in my scalp. My mom, let me tell you a story. It won't be too long. I know this video is kind of going a little long, but let me tell you the story. My mom did me some yarn braids. She did some yarn braids. I fell in love with those yarn twists. Now, they were super cute. If I can find a picture, I will show you the picture of those. But they were super, super cute. And just, I loved it. It was light. It was easy to manage. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I had those in my head for a little while. um, after I came back from career conference or whatever, washing my little braids or whatever and all that stuff, and my head started itching. And so I was like, it's just, people's head itch, okay? So, I was scratching my head or whatever, and then I noticed, like, when I touched my head, it was, like, wet, and I was like, ew, what is that? And so it had gotten so bad, let me tell y'all, it had gotten so bad that a, um, I wrapped a bandana around my head, and I had to put tissue up there to catch whatever that was so that it wouldn't run like all in my face and stuff at night while I was asleep. This is before I went to the hospital. I was like, well, I'm going to go to the hospital the next day. I don't know what this is, but I'll go to the hospital the next day. I didn't go that evening because, I was tired, just didn't want to. I went to a hospital. The doctors there told me that I had psoriasis. Okay. Okay, I have psoriasis, whatever. And so I was thinking to myself, psoriasis, pus or whatever this is coming out my head, that's not, and it stinks and everything. It was terrible. It was terrible. So I ended up going to a different hospital. There I learned that I had a staph infection in my head. I don't know how I got this staph infection in my head. I still don't know how that happened. Once the staph infection was taken care of, that's when my eye mess started acting crazy. And what I'm thinking happened was, whatever that was coming out of my scalp, and I was trying my best to keep it from, getting in my face and stuff. I was asleep, ain't no telling. I could have scratched and in my sleep and then rubbed my eye or whatever. I don't know, but I think I contaminated myself some kind of way. From that infection, I transferred it to my eye in my sleep. That's the only conclusion I come to. I was thinking about that, and then after that infection was cleared up, I ended up in the hospital with the eye infection. They never did say the eye infection was a staph infection, but they treated me for he said he treated me for a wide range of infections because he didn't know what it was, and he had to, cover everything. He didn't want me going home with, a horrible infection. So yeah, that's what happened with the eye infection and everything. So today's appointment, my doctor's appointment, was good. I appreciate my doctor very much. I know I was getting a little upset with her. It was more so of me getting upset with whatever is going on with me, and just because it like changed my life. I'm not as active anymore. I stay in the bed and say, boo on that. I don't want to be, whenever I do go out and, we're out for a little while, and then my mom is like, well, we got to go home. Your mama's not feeling well. I'm the party pooper because I don't feel good. I'm always hurting, and don't mean to complain and all that kind of stuff, but when you're dealing with pain like this, it's like hard, and I try not to say anything, and that's why I be like, well, just take me home. I want to go home, and I don't really want to go nowhere because I'm going to be hurting. So, at home, if I need to rest or whatever, I can get in my bed and lay down, and that's it. Look at TV and try to block out the pain as best as I can. But, lately I've been using those little hover around things that they have at the store, the little driving cart. As long as the store has that, I'm good, because I will get in that and drive that around so fast. I do not care what other people think. I am in pain. I can hardly walk half of the time. So yes, I'm going to be driving one of those things. And if I could, I would have my own personal one. But hopefully they'll find out what's going on, and it won't be anything devastating, and I will be able to not even have to consider, at the age I am, getting one of those things or wheelchair or whatever to get around. So yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else. That's everything. So happy that the ball has finally started rolling. So happy. That's so great. I don't look forward to all these tests, but and the only reason why is because it's so much radiation. So much radiation. And radiation is not good for you. It's terrible, actually. And I had to have 4 different things. But they're all without contrast. Oh my gosh. So I'm so happy. And so if they try to put contrast in, I'm going to say, nope, no. My doctor said no. Oops. My doctor said no contrast. Okay? Okay. That's it. So I'm happy about that. So the next video will be the update on the MRIs, but that's not going to happen for a couple of weeks. So in between that time, if I start feeling worse or what have you, I will do an update of how I feel, like update. And hopefully it's not anything worse than fibromyalgia, because only thing that if I have been dealing with this for 3 long years, and the longest I've had a episode was for 3 months. 3 months straight pain. 3 months straight, from the time I open my eyes to the time I go to sleep. Straight pain. And it had got to the point to where I don't know what this medicine was that I got. I can't remember. It might have been the acetaminophen and codeine. It may have been that in my body adjusting to it. But whatever it was, I would take it twice a day. And so when I took it, it would put me to sleep. And so I slept like almost the whole day. And then I would turn around and take it at night, and I would sleep the whole night. And my mom was like, I don't like this, because you sleeping all day, and then you turn around and take it, and you sleeping all night. And it eventually stopped doing it. I guess my body just had to get used to taking that medication, because at first it was putting me to sleep, and then it stopped doing it, so which is good. But I haven't taken that in a while, so I'm quite sure if I start taking it again, it's going to do the same thing. And I don't have time to be trying to sleep all day and then turn around and sleep all night. I need to be up during the day and sleep at night. So that's what was going on with all of that. And I'm trying to think if I said everything. And I'm so sorry for the time. It's like 27 minutes. Oh my goodness. This was supposed to be like a 5-minute video, and it turned out to be like story time mixed in there and everything. It's so crazy. Alrighty then, guys. I hope the pain is not too bad and you're enduring as best you can. Everybody have a great day. Bye.